Hey guys, welcome back to The Horror with your hostess with the mostest, Jenna, as always. Welcome back, welcome back. So I wanted to do another quick little video review real quick for you, because you guys know I got a bunch of stuff from my library a few days ago. I watched the second movie that I checked out, and that is Shadow People. Shadow People right there. Now, this was actually released, I believe, back in 2011, 2012. 2011 or 2012. So within the last few years, and honestly, I really kind of enjoyed this movie. It was really good. It's definitely much more slower paced. It's not like it doesn't really have too many like special effects or anything. So if you're someone who really enjoys like special effects, whether it's like practical or CGI, you're not going to get a whole lot of that in this movie. But I really enjoyed it. It was just very simple. It was a very simple movie, simple storytelling, simple effects, which I feel like it was just kind of like, for me, it just was kind of refreshing because I feel like I've been watching so many movies lately with like so many ranging in like special effects and everything, from like, just using like a handful of tricks and stuff to like literally just full blown practical effects movie. So it was actually, for me on my standpoint, it was just kind of nice and refreshing to watch something pretty simple. Story was really simple. It was really interesting. And it's kind of like interesting because like the whole like sleep paralysis and everything, and like people kind of like dying in their sleeps and stuff. The way that like they were explaining this, I feel like a lot of us kind of have experienced this at some point, kind of like that, like something is like holding us, or like sometimes we jump, like we kind of like maybe have like a spasm or something, and we kind of like jolt ourselves to sleep. I know I certainly have like experienced that and stuff. So, to me, it's a little like, ooh, I kind of got a little like, I don't want to say scared, but a little like, oh, dude, I know what that's like. And I got a little creeped out a little bit. Like I said, only because I feel like I know I've, have kind of like done that in my sleep, in my sleep and stuff, or that's happened to me in my sleep, or, you feel like I'm a very vivid dreamer. So sometimes, sometimes, or like, blah, 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 going too fast, trying to slow down. Some of the, things that people were talking about in this movie, they were like, oh yeah, like it feels like I can't breathe or something, and whatnot. And it's like I have like pretty vivid memories of previous dreams that I've had, and like, I mean, some of these go as far back as like me being in junior high or middle school, whatever you'd like to call it. Or like they can't breathe, and like literally, like I remember one dream where I was in this like huge, gigantic thing of water, and I was trying to like swim to the top, and it just seemed like I could not get to the top, and it's like I literally could feel myself not being able to breathe, and almost just as I was getting to the surface, I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it, and then I guess I must have been holding my breath because I was like, I literally woke up and I was like. So things like that, because it's like, for me, I've had those like dreams or experiences of kind of like being jolted awake. Definitely kind of like I said, influenced me a little bit, creeped me out a little bit, because I was like, ooh, that is kind of on point. And also too, I liked how they had like, it was like showing a movie, and then it would cut to like almost like a documentary style film and stuff, with like interviews with people and all that, and that I really kind of like that, because it kind of broke it up for me. It made it a little more interesting to me. I don't know, like I know well, a couple of you guys were kind of like, oh, that's a really good movie, I really enjoyed it and stuff, really was a good gem and stuff. But I feel like a lot of people, I could see a lot of people being like, oh, that's stupid, but I enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was kind of like a smart way to do it, to make it stand out a little bit more. But yeah, I liked it. And also too, the kind of like the backstory and stuff. as they were like trying to like investigate like all these weird like mysterious deaths and stuff of like these, you know, healthy young people, and they just boom suddenly die. Like it was, you know, kind of weird. So as they were like, you know, trying to like do some research and like, you know, like all this stuff, it kind of reminded me, I should say, like they were kind of like going back to like in the 70s, like the 60s or 70s, and mainly the 70s, of these um, youth, these young men or young people, pretty much of like Asian or Oriental descent, literally dying in their sleep, like just kind of like you know, all this stuff, like all this shaking and everything, and then boom, dead, you know, and like they're all like they were all had something in common besides that of like they didn't want to sleep, they didn't want to sleep, they felt like, you know, if they fell asleep, the shadow people were going to come and everything, and that really kind of reminds me of because I know that like that kind of really did happen in real life, like about in the 60s or 70s. Only because I know like Wes Craven had talked about that, you know, that really kind of inspired him to write Nightmare on Elm Street. So I'm assuming it's kind of like from the same, drawn from like the same inspiration. If I'm wrong on that, I'm sorry, but like I said, it definitely, I feel like that's the same thing because both were about like Asian young adults dying in their sleep and everything. Like this movie, the backstory and then the inspiration to Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street. You know, and I think that's why too, kind of like when I was showing this off in my pickup video, I was like, I kind of had mentioned Nightmare on Elm Street, and I think in the back of my mind, before even seeing this movie, I kind of thought of like, oh, that seems like what, you know, Wes Craven was inspired by for Nightmare on Elm Street. Really interesting though, and it's just like the guy, the DJ, who plays the DJ. I thought his performance was really good. Like you really just kind of see him getting so obsessed about it, almost like borderline crazy, but it wasn't cartoonish or anything. Like I said, just really well done. I really enjoyed it. I honestly, I would recommend this. Like I would say I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. Um, you know, and recommending it, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. I really would, like, especially if you're kind of like if you're like me and you're kind of like, you know, like with dreams and stuff. Well, I shouldn't say dreams. Maybe just kind of, I think of dreams just because, like I said, some of the stuff like with like, you know, dreams where I couldn't breathe, or like literally just vivid dreams of like falling or something and like jolting awake. Probably is why I'm thinking of dreams, but I'm so obsessed with dreams. I would definitely recommend this movie though, even though it's really not about dreams. But yeah, it is so good. You guys, if you guys have not seen this, definitely go check it out. Even if you don't like it, I respect that, but I would love to hear why. Like this is one that I really want to know what you guys think of if you have checked it out. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for checking me out. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. As always, till next time, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.